Hi Aries, welcome to October. This is Teresa from Tarot by T. Getting ready to do your reading. So this month we have a full moon in your sign, Aries, on October 13th. And then a new moon in Scorpio on the 27th. And we're just coming off the new moon in Libra on the 28th. So let's see what the cards have to say for Aries in terms of love and relationship. And I'll get into the astrology aspects later of the new moon and the full moon and the new moon. What does Aries need to know about love and relationships for the month of October? Pluto is going to go direct starting on October 3rd. So that should affect things also. We've already had Saturn move direct, so things are starting to get back online. And Pluto, Aries is ruled by Mars, but Pluto has very similarities. Typically it rules Scorpio. But Aries can relate to the energy of Pluto. So let's see. What does Aries need to know about love and relationships for the month of October? What's coming up for Aries? The Four of Cups, the Wheel of Fortune, the Eight of Wands, the Five of Swords, the Five of Wands, the King of Wands, Queen of Cups, the Nine of Cups, the Nine of Pentacles, and the Nine of Wands. A lot of nines in this reading. So you're coming, it's like you're getting near the end of something. So the Four of Cups, okay. The Four of Cups is about your current situation. And your current situation, you're feeling bored, maybe underappreciated. You're thinking, well, undervalued. You're thinking, well, maybe I'm not really happy with my current situation. And maybe I need to look at what else is out there. So you could be not going through a kind of a stale period in relationships. And something is being offered to you because you have this Wheel of Fortune. This is a card of unexpected developments, change in fortune. So something may come out of the blue and be offered to you. It may have already happened because you have the Eight of Wands here. So maybe it happened around the Libra new moon, which was in your relationship house. You might have had some unexpected development in a relationship, and now you're here considering, do I want this? Do I want this new beginning? Because this is a card of dissatisfaction. It's a card of, yeah, I really don't like my current situation, but I'm not sure if I want to change it. I'm just going to think about it. And this offer looks interesting, but I just want to think about it. And that's unusual for an Aries because usually Aries is like right on it, you know? But for some reason, you're not ready to give up your current situation. The recent past, you have this Five of Swords energy. This is toxic energy. This is like an energy where you might have been dealing with someone's hostility, or you might be struggling, even though you've had like career opportunities or love opportunities. There's something toxic about the situation. There's something that you can't change in a relationship or a situation. If it's related to career, whether it's career or love, you have to accept certain limitations within the relationship that you can't change. And this is a card of accepting, okay, I know this isn't perfect, but I can deal with the imperfections. Or you decide, I really can't deal with this person or this situation. It's just too difficult. I can't fix it, and I just want to cut my losses and move on. So you might be battling that decision coming into October, especially with this Five of Wands here. That's a card of conflict, instability. Fives are instability. Fives are Nothing is settled. So whatever was once stable is now kind of in transition, or you're evaluating. Things are, problems are coming up that need to be dealt with. Excuse me. I'm recovering from a cold. So excuse me if I cough. And the Five of Wands can also be fighting over petty details. Like people are not working together. You want to work together with this group of people, or you want to work together in this relationship. And it seems like you just can't get everyone on the same page. This could be a career thing too, as well as a relationship. Like you're wanting to go one way, your partner's wanting to go the other way. And you're trying to get people together, and it's just getting frustrating. And so here you are, the King of Wands. I feel like this could be you. You're evaluating your situation. Okay, what do I do? Do I stay in this situation where I'm not really happy? It's kind of like dull. It's not as exciting as it once was. And it has some issues about, around it that I don't know I'm going to have to deal with. Do I want to deal with them? But before you're taking action, you are giving it a lot of thought. Now, the Wheel of Fortune is your saving grace here, because this is the only major arcana. And it's connected to the Nine of Cups here, which is in your environment, which is a wish fulfillment card. The Nine of Cups is saying you can get what you wish. A wish can be fulfilled. And it could be that an opportunity is going to be coming within the next 2 weeks that may solve your problem or give you another option that might be a better fit than what's going on right now. So you may come into the month a little bit undecided, not knowing what to choose because the options don't seem to be what you really want. But you may be you may just have to hold out a little longer, is what I'm saying. Because something unexpected may pop up that might help you solve this issue and make the right choice. And here's the Queen of Cups. So you could be dealing with someone who is very spiritual, very artistic. Could be a water sign. Someone who has water in their chart. Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. Someone who's very compassionate. But it's in your negative thinking sector. So it's like you're not seeing this person in a positive light. Or you're doubting that you could have a relationship with this person for some reason. Maybe you feel like you're not really compatible, or it's not exactly what you want. The Nine of Cups, though, in your environment is saying that you can have everything that you want with the Nine of Cups. The Nine of Cups is a wish fulfillment card. So whatever you're trying to achieve, you can achieve it. You just have to not give up on your goal or your dream. Because here you have the Nine of Pentacles. Here's another card. All these nines. Nines are almost, it's like you're almost near the end of a cycle. You've been working really hard towards something, and you're starting to lose your motivation. And that happens a lot with cardinal signs. Like Aries is a cardinal sign, Capricorn, Cancer. What's the other one? Libra. They're really good at initiating. You get really excited at the beginning of something. And then when things kind of get too routine, you kind of lose interest. And then you're ready to move on to something new. Because the excitement has faded. So this is saying, so here you are with the Nine of Pentacles. Maybe in some situation, I feel like you're trying to gain financial security, but also more independence. You don't want to be, maybe you're afraid to commit to a relationship because you're afraid you're going to lose your independence. That you're going to be too, committed to someone else's agenda. And this is a card of, working autonomously. Like you just want to be your own boss. You want to be your own person. You're not ready to give up your freedom or your independence. So that could be part of the conflict, part of the decision. But this card is saying, although you have all these material possessions, you're feeling kind of lonely on some level. It's great. You can't have. It's like you want the best of both worlds. You want someone to be there for you. You want a partnership, but at the same time, you don't want to be smothered or owned by that partnership. You still want to maintain your freedom. And so then, when you maintain your freedom and you break, you distance yourself from people, then you feel, well, I really don't have anyone around me that I can depend on. So it's like you're missing the partnership when you have the independence. So you're having that balance. And that's part of like what the Libra new moon was about, finding that balance between your needs and the needs of others and trying to work out some type of compromise. So you might still be dealing with that energy the first week of October and leading up to the full moon in Aries. The Nine of Wands as an outcome it's saying that, you've been struggling with something for a while now, and you're about, like, part of you is wanting to give up. The Nine of Wands is saying that sometimes something that you thought you had dealt with, that it was a done deal, you thought you had solved this issue, it comes back up again to be revisited. So it could be some issue in a relationship that you thought was over. Okay, we settled this, I thought we talked about this, and now you're bringing it up again, and now I got to deal with this again, So you're contemplating. It could even be someone from the past that comes back that you thought you were done with, and all of a sudden they're back with the Four of Cups here, offering you love, a new opportunity, like out of the blue, they're back, like, hey, you want to get together, you want to do this, you want to do that, and you're like debating, do I don't know, do I want to get involved? Because I had issues in the past with them. Do I want to get involved with them again? The Nine of Wands, though, is saying don't give up on your dream. You're getting really close to achieving your goal. It's just that, and everybody goes through this when they're working on something and they're not seeing results right away, because Aries can be a little bit impatient. You want to see results right away. And if you don't see results, you have a tendency to think, okay, maybe I'm on the wrong path, maybe I should try something else. This card is saying be a little bit more patient, because results will be coming. You're getting to the end of, you're climbing the top of this hill. You're almost at the top. If you give up now, it's like all this work is behind you. So try a little bit longer. You might see that you're going to achieve your goal, and it may come about unexpectedly. When you least expect it, all of a sudden you're going to have your success, whether that's in a relationship or in a career situation, a project you might be working on, some career opportunity. Because your 7th house is being activated now, and your 1st house, and that can involve partnerships, as business partnerships as well as personal. So it's not just romance, it could also be some type of partnership that involves a work project that you're contemplating. So let's see what the astrology has to say. So your full moon in Aries is happening in your 1st house, and the sun is in the 7th house. And this is definitely career related, because it's squaring Pluto in your 10th house. It has already, aspected Saturn. Saturn's has passed its interaction with Saturn, which is about seeing things realistically. So you're seeing the reality of your situation. Now Pluto is telling you, okay, now it's time to change. You need to transform. You need to step up and take charge and be the leader. This is the card of leadership, this King of Wands. Something in your career path and in your relationships has to change in a major way, because Pluto represents transformation. It represents breaking down and rebuilding. Maybe you've been focusing too much on work and not enough on home life or family or, nurturing connections. Maybe you've been, Pluto is this new moon, or this full moon is saying maybe the scales have been too imbalanced, and you have to start focusing on, what do I need? Like, you've been too ambitious, working all the time, trying to achieve a goal, maybe, and neglecting your emotional needs, neglecting your home life. If you have family, if you have children, if you have a wife at home while you're out working, or even if you're in a relationship, if you want a relationship, you haven't been thinking about, am I preparing for my security? Do I have a good home base, a solid home base that's nurturing and that's supporting me? Or have I been too focused on the external world and not building up my support system? That's going to come to a head at this full moon. And you're going to be, when Pluto is involved, something has to change in a major way. Pluto in the 10th house can be great, for finding that perfect position, coming into your power, being recognized, being rewarded. You've already got Saturn there. So this is a very powerful time for career, where you can get involved in something that really transforms how you are seen in the world, transforms your mission in the world in some way. But you have to watch with the energy of Pluto that you don't abuse the power, because then it can represent downfall. Because sometimes if you're abusing your power, it could bring a fall from grace. So you want to be careful that you're considering the needs of others, including yourself. Sometimes Pluto in the 10th can bring a change in status in terms of marriage. Like you're connecting with someone very powerful that transforms your life in some way. So this full moon can be very significant for you, Aries. Now Jupiter is in your 9th house, and it's trining the exact trining the sun and sextiling it's trining the moon and sextiling the sun. So Jupiter is lending support to you from the 9th house. I think Jupiter, the message of Jupiter, and especially in the 9th house, it's very strong in the 9th house, because Jupiter rules the 9th house, and it's in Sagittarius, which it rules, the sign also. So for you, if you've ever thought about teaching or learning, some of you might decide, maybe I need more skills, I want to go back to school. Some of you may decide, I want to teach what I know, I have all this wisdom and knowledge to share, so you could be starting a business where you're a consultant or something. Some of you may want to reach out globally, because the 9th house is also foreign, reaching out beyond your comfort zone. Reaching people from different parts of the world, connecting with people that are different from you, that have different belief systems. So that could be part of your, where your luck is. Wherever Jupiter falls in your chart, it's bringing you opportunity. So this opportunity can come through higher education. Maybe you get an offer to teach at a university, or you get financial support from grant-funded thing. It could also be that you're connecting with someone, if you do have a relationship come out of the blue, you might be connecting with someone who's of a different culture than you, who has a different background, different belief system even. And so by connecting with this person, you're expanding your consciousness, and you're including something that's outside of yourself, that's letting you see things from a different perspective. Venus is also opposing Uranus at this time. It's a little bit of a separating aspect, but still it's close enough. It's only 1 degree. So that could be unexpected, especially Venus in the 8th house, opposing Uranus in the 2nd house. You could get unexpected financial support, because the 8th house is about resources that you need, that come to you outside of your job and your income, your basic income. So you could get some kind of financial endowment, either an inheritance or some kind of payout, insurance payout, or some kind of grant or money coming in from even a partner's income. But it also, in terms of relationship, Venus opposing Uranus can bring in a partner that is a very free spirit, very unusual, different from your usual type, that opens you up to the potential of true intimacy. Because the 8th house is about sex and intimate, not just sex, just for sex. It's about intimacy. It's about opening up to someone on a very deep level where you know each other. So you could have some type of romantic connection come around this full moon that will surprise you. So it'll be something out of left field that you probably never even imagined, especially with this combination of the 4 of Cups and the Wheel of Fortune. So expect the unexpected when Uranus is involved, in terms of money and relationship. And in your case, it could be also a very intimate connection, very physical connection too. The new moon in Scorpio is happening in your 8th house, and it's opposing Uranus in the 2nd house. So by the end of October, there could be some powerful new beginnings happening in your relationship that involve, well, with Uranus in the second, your financial situation has been fluctuating. You could decide that you want to start your own business and you don't want to work for someone else and you just want to do your own thing. You want that independence. You want to be able to control your time, your schedule, the conditions that you work around. But it could also bring a relationship that, while it's very sexual, very intimate, it also allows you a lot of freedom. And it may even change your value system in some way. What you once thought was important may not be as important, or you may decide to value other things, or maybe even feel more valued within yourself, because the second house is, it's about money, but it's also about security, it's about self-esteem, self-worth. So those things are changing, and it could change through relationship, through this unexpected connection. This new moon in Scorpio, it also has Saturn squaring Mars. So Saturn's in the 10th, squaring Mars in the 7th. So Saturn in the 10th is, this is your time for career. This is your time to be ambitious, to go for what you want, to get, if you've been working really hard toward a goal, you can get rewarded at this time. And Mars in the 7th, sometimes it can work different ways. You might be finding that you're arguing more with in your partnerships, because Mars makes you driven. Mars is your ruling planet. It's in Libra, though, at the time of this square. So Mars is kind of weak in Libra. It doesn't have the warrior energy. But what it's saying is you need to compromise. You can't have it your way. You have to think about the needs of others. If you can create some type of win-win situation, that could help you. But it's going to be difficult, because you're going to be struggling against other people's opinions, other people's needs, other people's desires. So it might be a little bit more difficult. You may have to, you can't be stubborn at this time. If you want to create something new and powerful, you have to be willing to compromise. And it could affect your career in a positive way if you could work that out and not just argue your point and say, no, it's got to be my way. So with Pluto and Saturn in your 10th house, I'd say the focus is, there's a big focus on career this month, and as long as they're in there, but also life, your status in life. So maybe if you're thinking, I've been working hard, I really want a relationship, I want to have that, I want to change my status. Some of you might be thinking about committing, just so that you have someone at home. So while you're out there fighting your battles, you can come home and there's someone there who loves you. You're looking for that security. Maybe you're deciding, I really need that. I've been neglecting that. I need someone at home that I can depend on, that I can lean on, when I come home battle weary from my work world. So that's my forecast for this month, Aries. I hope you've enjoyed it. I hope this has been a help to you. And I want to say to everyone, thank you for supporting this channel. If you like this video, please click on the like button. Subscribe. If you want to be notified, click on the bell every time I upload a video. Thank you for those who have left comments. Please let me know if this resonates with you. I'd love to read all the comments. And for those who have ordered readings, thank you for your support. It's what keeps me going. Whenever I think that nobody cares about these readings, when I hear your comments and I work with you on a personal level, it makes me know that everything's worthwhile, what I'm doing in the world. So, and if you'd like a private reading, just click on the link in the description box, and we can get you on the schedule, and we can be working together to clarify your life, to go into more detail with your personal situation. So enjoy October, Aries, and I will talk to you again next month. Bye now.